Guys, Vegas was hot. I mean, it was like a flamethrower that never took a break, like a big hairdryer right on top of us. It was brutal. And hey, I'm saying this as a Texan. I should be used to the heat. Anyway, but hey, I'm glad I went. The Black Hat guys call us out there, you know, every August. I don't know what they're thinking about the timing, but you know, what are you gonna do? I really need to talk to them about that. But like I said, it's always worth the trip to attend the conference. It's a great show, lots of AC, so I'll give them that. So great attendance, packed showroom floor, very fragmented industry, which makes for, you know, this crazy fun atmosphere. Everybody's out there looking for attention, you know, so fun stuff. That said, I have to tell you, what got my attention happened before the show even officially opened. I'm gonna tell you about it, but first, I am Michael McDowell with NAND Research, coming to you from my studio in the great state of Texas. There's no other place I would rather be, especially that hot box of Vegas, that's for darn sure. All right, y'all, let me walk you through something very interesting I ran into the night before Black Hat officially opened, you know, and all the parties and dinners and all that are going on. I sat down with the leadership team of EigenQ, and I will tell you right now, these guys are not out there, you know, just trying to sell the future of quantum security, blah, blah, blah. These guys are here and now with real stuff. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I took a lot away from the HPE Discover Conference last year, 2025, but somehow I missed this collaboration agreement between EigenQ and HPE. I'm gonna do better, guys, I promise, but hey, I don't wanna talk about that right now. It's been a tough year and I need to, you know, lift myself up. Okay, so now, EigenQ did not exhibit at Black Hat this year, so don't let that fool you though. The vibe I get is that they're moving with like a lot of confidence. This company knows when to show up. They're early enough to shape the quantum security category, but late enough to dodge that hype cycle that's, you know, chewed up a whole lot of quantum startups. Oh yeah, the road is littered with these failures. These guys are not one of them. And, you know, they have plans to go public via SPAC on the horizon and a fresh partnership with HPE. They're clearly not playing small ball. So why does EigenQ matter right now? And why did I want to take the time to make this video about them? Well, quantum security lives in this weird space where everybody agrees it's important, but almost nobody's built anything that, you know, that an enterprise can actually deploy without, you know, at least breaking legacy systems or risking, you know, some sort of compliance audit. Yeah, they are not fun. I've been through those audits, not fun. Okay, anyway, EigenQ is one of the first that I've seen that's actually bridging that gap. They're, you know, they're not too early, and I know all my enterprise friends are out there saying, hey Mike, you know, we got time to deal with quantum threats later. You know, guys, I know there's a few progressive enterprises out there preparing for this, but almost none of these guys budgeted for quantum in 2025. So I'm telling you guys right now, I know you're moving into this 2026 budget planning phase. So I'm gonna get this out there. And I'll admit it, quantum capable adversaries aren't, you know, knocking on the door yet, but quantum enabled risk absolutely is. Harvest now, decrypt later attacks are already happening. They're already stealing your data, guys. You just might not know it. And if you do, you might think, yeah, so what, Mike, they'll never crack our encryption, it'll take years. Well, your encryption wasn't designed to protect from a quantum attack. Okay, quantum computers consider your encryption, you know, like a snack to get their day started. What takes years to break today, next year, maybe even sooner, could take minutes. So again, harvest now, decrypt later. You have to protect today for tomorrow's threats. Think about this for your 2026 budget, guys, okay? All right, EigenQ's platform is built for this exact model, and they're not, you know, trying to sell some standalone magic box. Man, I have to tell you, I'm so glad that we moved past this in this industry. I don't like these magic boxes. Anyway, their partnership with HPE tells you everything you need to know. Quantum safe cryptography is going to get embedded into the compute. into the storage, into networking gear, you know, that companies already use. It won't be bolted on after the fact. At least I hope you're not planning to do that. Anyway, you know, that's just not how you do it. So their leadership team reflects this mindset. And that, you know, you really got to look at the leadership of these companies before you invest in them, right? Or at least invest in their technology. So they have these applied cryptographers who've been working on post-quantum algorithms since the early days, before NIST made it fashionable, right? You've got enterprise security folks on the team who know exactly how painful it is to retrofit new crypto into old infrastructure. And you have hardware-minded engineers who understand that quantum-safe systems aren't just math problems. They know that they're performance, latency, and reliability problems. And look, I don't like math anyway, so good on them. So anyway, interesting ad. They added Rika Nakazawa as head of global go-to-market. She's got deep enterprise chops from her time at NTT, Sony, Nvidia, Accenture, you know, and, you know, she brings this kind of scale thinking that you need when you're planning to go public. And yes, they've got a CFO steering the ship too. I'll have more on that later. Speaking of later, quantum security isn't something you deal with later, guys. Quantum computing is arriving in these uneven, you know, unpredictable bursts that make long-term encrypted data a liability for today. Harvest now, decrypt later. I said it already. These attacks are being documented. NIST's standards have pushed the field from speculation into implementation. They get it. Enterprises are quietly starting, you know, multi-year crypto migration plans, even if not spending a lot of money or talking about it, at least publicly. They never do they? And quantum advantage isn't going to show up everywhere at once. It'll hit these like narrow domains first, right? And cryptography is one of the earliest likely targets. EigenQ's timing just, you know, it lines up with all of that. They're selling readiness today. Okay, to wrap all this up, EigenQ's partnership with HPE is a credibility multiplier. HPE already has enterprise footprint. EigenQ plugs right into that ecosystem. That supply chain that you already trust. That's another important one we should talk about. Anyway, customers get quantum safe cryptography without ripping out half their infrastructure. You can't afford to do that. It positions EigenQ as the default quantum security layer for organizations already modernizing their compute and their storage environments. Think life cycle opportunity here, guys. And honestly, standalone quantum security appliances just like feel like the wrong move at this point. I just don't want that. And there's this going public news. Quantum security companies almost never make it that far. Most stay, you know, as research labs, government contractors, or, you know, they just get gobbled up before they hit scale. So going public means EigenQ believes the market is ready for their tech because their tech is mature. And quantum security is about to shift from niche to necessity. No hype chasing, just a steady climb. So what makes EigenQ feel different is their posture. Enterprises adopt technologies from companies that look trustworthy, grounded, ready to support customers for the long haul. EigenQ is operationalizing quantum security. It's that simple. They're building for the present, and frankly, they're trying to be the most credible quantum vendor in the Black Hat room, even if they don't have a booth. So that's it for me. Lots of news coming out of Black Hat, but hey, I wanted to get this one out there right away. The bad guys never sleep, nor should you. I am Michael McDowell, and as usual, I've added a pretty little link in the comments below for a companion blog.